I'm gonna go ahead and start this. There's some horrible news that happened in Sudan today. I was gonna do another message, but I'm gonna try to get this word out of what's going on in the Sudan. So there's been a lot of our brothers and sisters in the Sudan that have been losing their life. I'm gonna go ahead and play this. So it is the black Arab tribes that's getting slaughtered in Sudan. It is the black Shemitic tribes, the black Arab tribes that's getting slaughtered in the Sudan. And family, we need to be praying for our brother and sister. I know that when that all the stuff that happened with us as a people, but we still need to be praying for our brother and sister in Africa. I'm gonna read to you how many of them have lost their life. Shalom, Sister Naomi. I'm going to read to you how many of them have lost their life, family. It's a shame that all this is going on right up on our nose and we don't even know. More than 10,000 black Arabs have been killed in the Sudanese region of West Darfur in the past 2 months. Tribe leaders say amid a deadly conflict between two warring factions that has triggered a mass exodus of refugees from the country and displaced millions. I've heard reports from some sisters. It looked like a sister that have family that stay over there. She said that over 300 women had just gotten murdered. 300. And many of them are taking their lives because they said that they are uh, sexually assaulting females as well. It is said that a teenager was essayed over there. So the women, rather than being essayed in front of their husbands and their men's being lined up and shot down, they're getting support from the governments. They're getting support and people telling us to go and vote. Mm. If they want us to vote, call off those troops, stop them, and to the Africans over there in Sudan, please stop killing. Please stop killing one another. We all got problems in our life, but this ain't the way to resolve it. Find a way to make peace. Please. How many people died in Sudan? Every estimate is marked low. The UN cites the armed conflict location and even in event data project figures of 14,790 reported fatalities since the war began, the Sudanese armed forces. What happened in 2024, family? It says, and I'll share with you the article. Mm. Let me try to straighten it out on the screen for you because I'm on a different broadcast. I was having trouble on my other one. Shalom, Ak Jason. Thank you for coming, Ak. So what I'm saying, family, is there's a lot of people in the Sudan that are losing their life. And we need to pray for our brothers and sisters over there in Sudan. And for the Africans that's killing. All they was doing is farming. That's all they was doing. Y'all got to learn how to make peace. Make peace. All this fighting got to stop. I gave y'all back y'all badge. So I'm going to try my best to share with y'all the article again. I'm going to share with y'all the article. I didn't share it before. Let me share with y'all the article. Okay. This is a shame. Why do we have to keep going through this? Why can't we just stop and think for a minute? All right, let me find the article and share it. Let me straighten that out on the screen. All right, and you don't know who losing their life, but all of our family members' life, it should be valuable to us, in spite of whoever it may be. We shouldn't have favoritism. It's people over there dying, losing their lives. Sudan horrific violations as fighting spread. Let me see if I can scratch this out better. I think that's all that show up on there. But I'm just showing y'all to show y'all that I'm not making this up. Sudan horrific violations and abuses as fighting spread report. Sudan new UN report details horrific violations and abuses by both sides as fighting spread. All they do is farm. That's what a sister reported. She said all they do is farm over there. They don't be bothering nobody. This happened the 23rd February 2024. All right, this is 2024, and I don't know what was going on in America. It's probably with somebody that we was protesting for not to be killed. But this probably why they wasn't able to speak up with us, and this is the reason why we weren't able to see y'all. A lot of y'all over there in Africa, and I'm just now getting this report and didn't even know the specifics, but somebody from Africa told me that it is a lot going on, and keep your prayers up for your brothers and sisters over there in Africa that's going through. This is a shame. What is this sister gonna do? What is they doing to anybody? Let's go down here. Geneva, 23rd February 2024. The armed conflict in Sudan was a result in thousands of civilians murdered. So they wasn't doing nothing. They were civilians, like innocent bystanders. That's their country, right? Uh, what were murdered, not killed, murdered. Because if you breaking laws and stuff, that's murder. That's not killing. Millions displaced, property stolen, looted, and children conscripted as fighting was spread to more regions of the country. Ways says wide-ranging report from the UN Human Rights, Mankind Rights. The report details multiple indiscriminated attacks by both the Sudanese and armed forces. Now, the people that's fighting over there, the only difference you can see is one dressed different than the other one. Attacks by both the Sudanese. So you see the one with the assault weapon and the other one without an assault weapon. That's the only thing that looked different between them. These are two dark races of people fighting. They say over an ancient beef. I hope that they stop. The report details multiple indiscriminate attacks by both the Sudanese Armed Forces, SAF, and Rapid Support Forces, RSF, in densely population areas include sites shattering eternally, internally displaced people, particularly in the capital of Khartoum, as well as Kordofan and Darfur. During fighting between April and December 2023, so they've been fighting over there for a long time, for nearly a year now. Accounts coming out of Sudan have been of death, suffering, and despair as the senseless conflict and Adam mankind rights violations and abuses have persisted with no end in sight, said UN Commissioner for Mankind Rights, Volker Turk. The report makes for yet more painful reading on tragedy being needlessly inflicted on the Sudanese people who wasn't doing nothing but farming, family. That's all they was doing. April 2023, but also underlines I'm trying to get them as much respect as I can. I don't want nobody, I want somebody to take their time and do their best if I'm going through this so that people can understand what's going on. Underlines once more the dire needs to end the fighting and to break the cycle of impunity impunity that gave rise to this conflict in the first place. The guns must be silenced. The civilians must be protected. A credible restart of inclusive talks to restore civilian-led government and desperate needed to open a path forward, he said. Just this week, credible video evidence review by the UN Human Rights Mankind Rights Office shows that several students traveling by road in North Kordofan state may have been beheaded by men in SAF. And a brother showed me a video One, well, a brother showed me a video of a lot of, and I tried to tell y'all that I seen pictures and stuff, and I didn't know exactly where it was from, but a brother was saying this is what's going on. They beheaded by men in SAF uniform in El Obeid, Obeid City. The victims seen as being RSF supporters based on their perceived ethnicity. The video footage, which was posted on social media about media on 15 February, shows troops parading and decapitating heads in the streets while chanting ethnic slurs. The report is based on interviews with uh, 303 victims and witnesses. That's more than one witness, including dozens conducted in Ethiopia and eastern Chad, including dozens conducted in Ethiopia and eastern Chaldea, as well as analysts of photograph videos and satellite imagery and other open source information. And I told y'all that they was chopping off people's heads and all that type of stuff. It shows that both parties to the conflict use explosive weapons with wide area effects, such as missiles from fighter jets. Where did they get this stuff from? Unarmed aerial vehicles, anti-aircraft weapons, and artillery, shells in densely populated areas. All they was doing is farming. In April, and two separate incidents in Khartoum, 8 missiles fired by the SAF resulted in at least 45 civilian deaths. And I remember back around 2003 and all that, they wasn't showing the these people. They were showing other people uh arguing about what's going on, and those people was hid like they didn't exist. So now it's being released that these Arabic tribes have been in war, well, really been massacred, and it's a ethnic cleansing going on, and they've been essaying women, and women been taking their own life so they won't be essayed, and the men being lined up and murdered, men and little children, not just the little children and the grown men. They taking out the little children, the grown men, and they taking out the women, and they essaying the women. 45 civilian deaths. Within June, two artillery shells fired by the RSF hit Libya. That's the land of Lud. Hit Libya, a market in Omdurman, killing at least 15 civilians. And the report, I'm going to keep repeating this to you. The report say, the person on the site said that the only thing that they was doing is farming. They don't bother nobody. The people that they taking out, the innocent civilians that they taking out, are regular day-to-day people, kind people that will pray with you, people that treat you kind. They don't start no problems. They just go out there, they farm, they set up their tents. That's all they do. They didn't go and hurt nobody. They didn't go over there on nobody else's stuff and try to take nothing. All they doing is farming. What, like the sister said, like a sister said, what do a 6-year-old little baby got to do with what happened in ancient times, where were they not a threat to you and you still go and take them out? Come on, brother and sister. In Africa, this fighting got to stop. Come on, please. This got to stop. On 28 September, RSF shells exploded in a bus station in Umdurman, leaving at least 10 civilians dead, 10 more innocent people dead. And Darfur, thousands were killed, thousands were murdered in RSF attacks, some of which were ethnically motivated. So some of them which were ethnically motivated. The report finds that between May and November 2023, May and November 2023, and at that time, they was saying that uh, the Hamas and all this stuff was going on. But in reality, what was going on is these people that was getting bombed were innocent civilians out there farming, living their life in their country and lost their lives in their country. I will leave the article underneath the page when I get done. And I'm going to let you see the story. More than 10,000 people have been murdered. So it's 10,000 innocent people who all they do is farm and herd their cattle have been murdered in Sudan, regions of West Darfur in the past 2 months. So in the past 2 months, while the news been spreading about going to vote and vote and vote, and they gonna make this one great and that one great. All this was going on while they wasn't stopping this right here. They've been telling us to. So I'm saying, if they want us to vote, they need to bring peace to this right here. Resolve this right here. No more die. To the Africans, please put down your weapons. They're not what can they do to you? Please put down your weapons. More than 10,000 people have been murdered in Sudanese region of West Darfur in the past 2 months. Approximately 8% of residents have fled. Now, someone that got family stay over there, look at them. That's our people. That's some of our people over there. They getting taken out and they flee in their own country. Babies this young, women and children and men. They said that they gathered the men up, they lined them up. The children saw their fathers, the women saw their fathers, the brothers listen, they are murdering them over there. Let's listen to what CNN got to say, because it's been quiet for all these years. And I was quiet as well. But I didn't know this was going on, because if I would have known this was going on, I would have said something. And I apologize to the family over there, but I really did not know exactly what was going on. Please forgive me, but I really didn't know. And now that I know, I'm gonna do my best to say something to you about it. I can't do that right now. Let me go back. So let's let that play. I'm gonna let this play. Hopefully it'll play. Okay. I'm sorry, family, for the but I'm finna let the commercial skip, and then and then we'll play this right here. All right. And I didn't even know this was going on. And I'm so glad that I said what I said yesterday. Family, Shalom Moshe, family, why in the world do they got to pay to escape from that terror that they going through with and have problems at the border? See, this is what I'm saying, brothers and sisters, we got to do better than what we doing. We got to do better than this. All these people is getting murdered over there, and they got to. Why do they have to? Why do they have to check in at the border? This is what I was saying. The apes don't have to check in at the border. Something got to give. Something got to give, family. And I'm so glad I had this scripture pulled up. Let me let this play for y'all. This is Proverbs chapter 7. Don't worry, I'm not going to be on here long today. So we got to love wisdom like we love our sister, like we love our mother. If you despise wisdom and if you despise understanding, it is the same as if despising your sister and your mother. Now, some of us say, I'm not kin to this one, I'm not kin to that one. I want to let you know something. Whether if it's a tribe over here, whether if it's a nation from over there, the Father said, if you, this is what he said to Kiefer, because we was going through a lot back in them days. And he told Kiefer, he said, put your sword back in your sheath. Vengeance belong unto Yah. You don't have to hurt up one another. Please make a peace treaty. Love wisdom like you love your own sister, like you love your own mother. And know this, that Alahayim said, if you don't love your mother, what does that say inside of the scripture? So if we don't love our people, if we don't love one another, we're going to war and fight one another. This got to stop. And I know things going on in every country between our people, family. But what I'm saying, I want to address the Sudan thing because I wasn't aware of what was really going on. I knew something was going on somewhere in Africa, but I did not know exactly where at. And they doing a ethnic cleansing. Because if it was a civil war, then the other people will have the ability to fight back. This is an ethnic cleansing and a slaughter. This got to stop. Please, y'all. Whatever wrongs that y'all had, work through them. But don't hurt one another, because if you take each other out, you will never be able to resolve whatever quarrel that you had. Whatever quarrel that you had. And you will never be able to forget. You won't ever forget. A elder told me, he said, even if it's in self-defense, if you take somebody's life, you will never forget it. You're going to dream about them day after day. You're never going to forget them. You're never going to forget their face. I'm asking you, I'm begging you, please stop. Stop. I'm not asking you, hey, please go over there and do this. I'm just asking you, please stop. Please stop. Don't take out the people. A lot of us don't even know what's going on in diaspora. And we look on the news and we see people who we saw as very peaceful people doing this. I don't want nothing to happen to nobody over there. All I want for y'all to do is not to hurt one another. Please stop. Please stop. Don't keep doing this. Please stop. Family, I'm about to get up out of here. I hope that they stop. I got to go. Please warn the family of what's going on. And please share this right here so other people can see what's going on. I got to go. And there's been a sister that been putting her page in jeopardy to get this word out from Africa to us. Let me share with you her page, because her page probably been going through a lot. And the least thing we could do is subscribe to the sister channel. Her name is Nanya Kim, and I will share the live. I'm going to share it in my community tab. That's her talking. I'm going to share her video in the community tab. The sister reports on what happened with us in America. She reports on what happened in Haiti. She reports on what happened in everywhere where our people at, in Spain, everywhere. This sister report on everything. And her channel get hit. She don't want to lose the little bit of money she got, and she begging YouTube to please let her help, let her speak out, let her please help our people from getting murdered. This is very important, YouTube. Please let these videos go out. Please, YouTube. We want this to stop. There's even a what we would call, I'll let y'all see it for yourself, but there's Arabs from all different shades speaking and saying how much they want this to stop. There's Israelites over there asking for this to stop. I'm asking in diaspora for this to stop. There's sisters and brothers all across the world asking for this please to cease. I'm going to share the video and then I'm going to get off of here. All right, family. I shared the video. And I'm about to get off of here, but please remember what I said. Please spread this message. I don't know how many times I can say it. Please spread this message. And I'm going to let the video finish playing. Not all of it, because I want y'all to go and subscribe to the news channels who spoke out on this. And this was 1 month ago. And I didn't even see this in my news feed.